Coming up on this episode of Flash Talk, we have head coach of the women's basketball team, Todd Starkey, talking about his team's win over the weekend as well as senior day coming up. We have gymnastics head coach Brice Biggin after 35 years of coaching. We also have Kent State lacrosse junior goalkeeper Sydney Davis, who talks about her impressive start to the season. And we also have baseball head coach Jeff Duncan talking about the home series win over Rhode Island last weekend. All that and more coming up in a flash. Joining us now on Flash Talk is Kent State women's basketball head coach Todd Starkey. Coach, thanks for joining us today.
Yeah, good to be back with you.
You guys are coming off a big win against Central Michigan this weekend, clinched the MAC tournament spot with a couple other results. You guys in the game outscored them as a bench 32-0. Just talk about the depth and how that's come together as you guys get healthier.
Yeah, I mean, it's this season's kind of been all hands on deck, right? We've gotten contributions from so many different players this year. I think we've had maybe nine different starting lineups, and we've had a MAC player of the week off the bench this year. It's been kind of patchwork, but this group continues to be resilient. Our bench was obviously very valuable, and it was obvious. I think you're probably going to ask about this, but Corinne Hauser coming off the bench and getting into a rhythm was fun to see for the fans and for us as well. So it was nice to have her 15 points off the bench, and we got contributions all over the court.
Talking about Corinne, as you said, just with her shooting presence specifically, how has that been important for you guys to be able to stretch out defenses and get looks not just for her, but for the whole team too?
She's obviously had some of the dramatic shots, the half-court shot against NIU, and the buzzer beater at the end of the first quarter against Central Michigan was big, but it's really a matter of the fact that, we can run certain things from an offensive standpoint when Corinne's in the game and kind of feeling it that we can't otherwise. And so that gives us some more versatility. She's a player that has what we call gravity, right? So she attracts a lot of attention and draws players to her, which opens up our inside game as well. So it was nice. Like I said, she's battled through a lot of injuries and really been resilient in getting back. And fortunately, we have her going into the right time of the year. So it was big to see her get into a rhythm for sure.
Back to the Central Michigan game on Saturday. What was the biggest thing you saw from the first time you guys played them back in early January to now, and just how you guys progressed with the players on the court?
Up there, we got down 19-4, and that was something we really wanted to really focus on getting off to a good. Well, this time we only got down 12-4 to start the game. So still, if you look back at the film from the first game, after that slow start, we really beat them the rest of the game. So our players knew that we could win that game. We knew we could compete with them at a high level. And so I think when we did get down early, they didn't give in, and we battled back to 16-13. End of first quarter, and then obviously that shot by Corinne at the end of the first quarter gave us a lift, but defensively throughout the game, I thought we were very rigid. I thought the team did about as good a job as we have on any defensive scout all season, so that was really good to see. Right here in March as we're getting ready to head into tournament time, couple games left, but it's nice to see some of those things kind of rounding into shape. And we talk about it all the time. We want to be playing our best basketball in late February and early March when the games matter most, and it seems to be starting to happen, which is a good sign.
Like you said, with that 2 games to go in the regular season, then you guys got the MAC tournament. What's it going to take for this team to go on a run the last couple of weeks here?
To hopefully not take any steps backwards, and if we do, then it's straight back forward again. And I think this is a group that it's obviously battling all the adversity that this group has battled. We're starting to get into a little bit of a rhythm, and it's the right time to do that. And so we're just one game at a time, one quarter at a time, even one play at a time. Is just stay focused on what's right in front of us and not get too far ahead of ourselves and continue to compete together.
Senior day, obviously on Saturdays, group of seniors been through a lot together, won a MAC championship as sophomores. Just overall, how proud of you are of them individually, and what's the legacy that the group leaves?
Yeah, I mean, what a group, right? Deanna Gray and Tatiana Thomas as 4-year seniors, which is more and more uncommon these days in college sports. So really proud of those two coming in as high school players and really continuing to battle through all the things that they did to get to this point. Bianca Juzo joined us a couple years, 3 years ago, and was a part of a championship team. So three of the four are part of the championship team that we've been together. And got to mention Joy Bergstrom coming in. We had, obviously had high hopes with her coming in, and then just unfortunate with her injuries and stuff like that. But she's been an unbelievable teammate, off the court where a lot of people don't see. And so really proud of her as well for being resilient and still being a great member of this team and helping us win games and bringing a great attitude. So it's been such an unbelievable group and so proud of them.
Senior day on Saturday, Kent State women's basketball takes on Western Michigan at 1 o'clock. Coach, thanks so much for joining us.
Yep, sounds good. Go Flashes.
Golden Flashes fans, it's time to lock in your seats. Single game tickets for Kent State men's and women's basketball MAC games are now available. Come out to one of the best mid-major environments in all of college basketball, with championship coaches leading the way. Head to ksutix.com to watch all of the action. That's ksutix.com to watch your Golden Flashes battle it out in conference play. Hope to see you there, and go Flashes. Looking to revamp your home? Let Fair Painters, owned by Kent State football legend Brian Winters, tackle the job. From flawless interior painting to precise drywall repair and stunning cabinet refinishing, we've got you covered. Our local team in Streetsboro ensures top quality craftsmanship, fast service, and a 10% discount for veterans. Make your home look its best with the pros you can trust. Visit fairpainters.com or call 888-602-3247 for your free estimate today. Fair Painters, where fair meets quality. Joined by longtime Kent State Gymnastics head coach, Brice Biggin. Coach, it's your 35th year as the head coach of this great program. You're hanging it up after this year. 23 NCAA regional appearances, 12 MAC Coach of the Year awards, so many different accomplishments. What has made this place so special to you?
I grew up here as a gymnast, and so, it obviously is a special place to me because of that. Being an alum of the university, of the gymnastics program, Rudy and Janet Bachner started the program out many years ago and did just a phenomenal job of really instilling a family into what the team has been. Terry Nesbitt was my head coach. Same thing. There's so many good people that it kind of made me really want to be a part of this and really kind of continue the tradition of what they started.
It's great to hear. Let's go back though to 2011. You win National Coach of the Year. You're the first MAC team ever to make the national finals. What made that 2011 team so special?
That team will always be obviously probably my most special team. They were a team that from day one were very driven. They had goals set, and they had goals set that were high. Like they knew coming into that year, they wanted to qualify to the national championships. We thought we had the talent. We thought we had the depth. And we had great leaders who really took the team over and kind of pushed the rest of the team to the understanding that this is what we wanted to do. It's what we wanted to accomplish, and we had to work hard to do it. But that we truly trusted and believed in the process and what we were doing.
You've had a lot of journeys in this sport, a lot of mentors. Who is someone in the sport of gymnastics that you feel has taught you the most?
There's two, and Rudy and Janet, once again, who started the program out, they did set the whole foundation for the program. They did so much for gymnastics, not only in the world collegiately, but also obviously here at Kent State University. And once again, my former coach, Terry Nesbitt, was really the one who took me under his wing, kind of when I was a young gymnast, taught me the importance of everything. And I've kind of, followed a lot of his advice through the years. And so if there's two people, those would probably be the two people that I would look to.
The next question, probably the most difficult question I'll ask you. If you could create an all-time Brice Biggin Kent State team, you could have a couple of all-around gymnasts, one on vault, beam, floor, bars. Who are the first gymnasts that come to mind for you?
That is a difficult question, just because there have been so many really phenomenal athletes that I've had the pleasure of coaching throughout the years. I'm going to have to go with a couple because I don't think I can just single out one.
Yeah.
Christina Lenny was a phenomenal all-arounder for us, and she was one of our leaders on that team that made it to the NCAA championships. Michelle Nessig, obviously she holds our school record in the all-around and was just a fierce competitor her 4 years. Marie Case, another fierce competitor who truly just, when you needed someone to give you a score, she would be the person who could get you that score. So that's probably the all-arounders. Vaulting, I think, is probably a little bit easier. Shelley Stambaugh, who was actually my first recruit that I ever had.
That's cool.
Came in and she won a MAC championship on vault all 4 years, which I don't know if that's ever truly been done before or since then. Hands down, probably she was our best vaulter. On bars, Sarah Haxton was a girl who just swung unbelievably well and confidently, and had a lot of our best scores we've ever had. Susie Stoudelman was also a young lady who probably had our most dynamic and difficult routine that we've ever had here at Kent State. Probably those would be my two bar people. On balance beam, we've had some great ones. Rachel Stopinski, she was and probably is the best kid to never score a 10 on beam. She did so many phenomenal routines, and when the pressure was on, she was at her best. Like, it didn't matter what the situation was. She could go out and give you a 9.8, 9.85, 9.9, 9.95 just about every time. Shannon Gallagher scored our first perfect 10 on beam. So she's a tough one to replace. April Zenko, another perfect 10 on beam. We've really been blessed with some great beam workers. So probably those three would be the top there. And then on floor, Rachel Goldenberg. Once again, one of probably our most difficult routines. Amanda St. John, another really, really nice floor worker who was just phenomenal with her talent. Carly Franz, perfect 10 on floor. Mm-hmm. And those probably would be about our top kids that I look at. But boy, there's been so many that we've been proud of and really have worked hard. And it's been great being able to be a part of their whole process.
35 incredible years and not done just yet. Kent State Gymnastics Head Coach Brice Biggin. Coach Biggin, congratulations on an incredible career.
Thank you.
Joining us now on Flash Talk is Kent State Lacrosse junior goalkeeper Sydney Davis. Sydney, thank you for joining us today.
Thanks for having me.
4-1 so far this season, best 5-game start in program history. With your perspective in that, what's worked for you guys as a team this year?
The relationships that we have with each other on the field. I think we all trust each other and believe in each other's abilities. So from the girls on the sideline to the girls on the field, our relationships are so good. Like, when we play another team, they start to do bad, they start to yell at each other. So that proves to us that we've already won at something. So just continuing off of that, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. So we just want more out of each other and to keep playing well.
Defensively, as a unit, you guys have come together a lot this season, a lot of cohesiveness there. What is the biggest thing for you guys just to be on the same page?
We only have a certain amount of time to talk. We have 30 seconds from the time that the goal scorer's stick is checked to the draw. So all of fall, we really focused on efficient and effective communication. And for other teams, it's easy to view that as negative of, oh, the goal just went in, but our team makes it really positive of what we can do better or how we can help each other. What do they need from me?
What individually would you say has been big for preparing for you in a game for that?
Game by game, I kind of do the same thing. I'm not too superstitious, but I like to have fun. I like to be goofy during games. I just really focus on consistency, not putting too much pressure on myself. Everything's the same. My defense helps me out a lot in preparing before the game with practice and film and scout. It just prepares us for anyone who we face.
This last season into this season, what do you think has improved most about your skill set?
My leadership last year and freshman year, I was playing with 2 older girls. So this year it's the first time where I'm the oldest goalie. So leading goalie world has been a big impact, and just seeing what my team needs from me has just helped me.
And what do you think it's going to take for you guys, and you specifically, to keep up the strong performance as you guys head into MAC here in a couple weeks?
Just relying on each other. We're really fine-tuning what we've done well and then focusing on what we can improve. We all want more out of each other. I want more out of myself. But focusing on ourselves, what we have in front of us, is going to really lead us into MAC play.
You guys have a long road trip coming up to Oregon. What is most fun for you about being with the team and being on road trips like that?
So fun. We haven't flown since my freshman year, as I said earlier, but I was sat in between Lizzie and Emily freshman year, and it was like the funniest time ever when you like change cabin pressure. Like, you can't open water bottles, and Emily opened her water bottle and it like exploded everywhere. But this is the first away trip that our whole team is traveling, so it's going to be even more fun. Team dinners are great, and finding out like who we're going to room with when we get to the hotel is really fun. But I'm super excited. I play better at away games. It's easier to have fun.
The team has relied on you in a lot of big moments this year and in years prior to, one being the game against Lindenwood where you guys won in overtime. What allows you to keep calm and to keep composed in big moments?
Going into overtime, everyone's pretty nervous, so I think keeping myself relaxed. We had a timeout in Lindenwood before I made a save, and Tierney was just saying, like, I'm going to make the save. And I knew I could, but, like, hearing it from your head coach say that, like, she believes in you, like, there's no reason not to believe in yourself. But also viewing an overtime save, it's just a shot. A shot is a shot. The first shot at the beginning of the game to the one before we even went into overtime is just as important. So, like, not putting any specific emphasis on, like, the situation has made me stay calm. Our defense makes it really easy to see the shots that I want to see.
The coaching staff, specifically with Coach Glass, Coach Tierney, Coach Kordowich, Coach Rich, how have they instilled confidence in you this season?
Glass is just like my best friend. Like, I actually got in trouble for her. I made a comment that was too much of a friendship in the Xavier game. But Sarah's just so good at instilling confidence in our whole team. I think she's really just that, like, confidence booster hire. Cordo's used to play for Kent, so, like, she knows what's going on. She's really funny as well. I think Tierney from this year and last year is a, like, completely different switch. We kind of rely on each other's for game days because she's stated that she, like, doesn't have that much fun, but, like, I have a lot of fun, so, like, I keep her in check.
On Friday against Cincinnati at 4 p.m., make sure to support the team. Sydney, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
Coming up this week in Kent State Athletics, brought to you by KSU Ticks. Baseball has a home series Friday, Saturday, Sunday to open their conference slate against Bowling Green. Wrestling takes part in the MAC Championships in Buffalo, New York, Friday and Saturday. On Friday at 4 p.m. inside Dick Stadium, Lacrosse welcomes the Cincinnati Bearcats, while at 7 p.m. inside the MAC Center, Senior Day for Kent State men's basketball. On Saturday, women's basketball has their senior day at 1 p.m. against Western Michigan. Sunday, gymnastics also takes on Western Michigan, but this one on the road in Kalamazoo. Monday, lacrosse hits the West Coast to take on the Oregon Ducks for a 3 p.m. Eastern time start. And finally, on Tuesday, baseball takes part in an in-state midweek battle at the Ohio State Buckeyes. As always, you can buy your tickets at ksutix.com. If you want more information on your favorite Flashes teams, visit kentstatesports.com or go to the Go Flashes app. We'll be back with more right after this.
For every just one more mile to your next ace on the court, when you have a sports-related injury, Cleveland Clinic is here. For our Cavaliers, our Guardians, and athletes at all levels, our sports medicine team helps keep you in the game. With expert diagnosis, personalized sports therapies, and game-changing surgeries. For every injury, for every athlete, for every care in the world. Cleveland Clinic.
At Kent State, we have embraced the idea that we are the institution where students get an opportunity to develop a global perspective. We want students to know if they go to Kent State, they have the world a la carte.
Joining us now on Flash Talk is Kent State baseball head coach Jeff Duncan. Coach, thanks for joining us today.
Yeah, thanks for having me. Appreciate it, Jackson.
And you guys opened up your home slate at Scooney with a series sweep last weekend. Just how good was it to be back home?
Some might think we're crazy for having a weekend series that early, end of February, early March, but actually the weather turned out really good. We got 3 of the games in. I thought Friday the weather was very solid, and Saturday the weather was good for the most part, and then got colder as it went on. I thought, being home is always a great thing, especially what we call Scooney Magic. We love playing at home at Schoonover Stadium in front of our fans. It's a great environment. We, for a northern team that's only 30 miles south of Lake Erie, we like our place. So I thought we played pretty well for the first weekend. I didn't particularly love how we played on Friday night as far as the attack of the game, but we did find a way to win from a great bullpen that held their offense that was swinging the bat very well, especially early in the game. They held them at a bay, and it gave us an opportunity. Sawyer Salatario wins Friday night with a walk-off in extra innings. I think it went 12 innings. And then Saturday, I liked our attack to the game. Our pitchers got ahead. Our hitters were very aggressive. We were aggressive on the base pass, and we did a better job of getting off the field in both games on Saturday. So overall, I think there was growth, and that's huge for our program.
Talk about Peyton Williams' effort in coming in the 11th inning, bases loaded, no one out.
It's one of the better performances I've seen in a Kent State uniform as far as bases loaded, nobody out, and being able to get out of the jam so confidently. He's an amazing talent. He's a very talented kid, extremely competitive, and just to see the poise that he has as a freshman has been incredible.
Colton Schaller hits grand slam, 3-run home run the first 3 innings. Just talk about his performance.
You talk about senior leadership, and they were challenged Saturday morning, just so you know, and for our seniors to play, our older guys to play the way they did, guys like Brody Williams, and then obviously doing what Colton Schaller did was an incredible day. 7 RBIs in the first 2 at-bats, 2 home runs, really set the tone for our offense in that game too.
You mentioned Brody Williams too. How do you think he's been able to just get hot and get a new groove of it?
We always knew he can swing it. He's got a track record of doing that, and we still need a couple guys to get going, and he's one of them, and you can start seeing that trend for Brody. He's, like I said, the track record's there. He just needs to get comfortable, and I think his timing and everything is getting better and better. So we're looking forward to seeing his progress the rest of the year.
And you guys start MAC play this weekend against Bowling Green. Just what's going to be the focus for you guys to bring what you've brought in the first 11, 12 games?
Obviously, we have St. Bonaventure on Wednesday, and then Bowling Green on Friday for the weekend. A lot of it too, like I'm going to ask the guys, like, think about what we did last weekend and how we did it and how can we build on it. Going 1-0 against St. Bonaventure is our number one task, right? And then from there we move on. But I think the biggest thing for us is we make sure we attack the game. We don't go into the game hoping. We go into there with a plan and a willingness to execute that plan by an attack mindset. And I think when we do that, we're very, very good.
Seeing a couple big moments this year from Sawyer in the LSU game, but obviously him with the walk-off home run on Friday night. What's that been like, him being able to make big plays like that when the team needs it?
He's a big-time player. He's proving that as we go here. I think I said it last week. He just from his development as a hitter throughout the year, just the mindset is the biggest thing that I see. There's players that have a certain instinct when the game's on the line, and when the player's in need. And he has that. He has that real killer instinct, I'll call it. That the great ones have. And I feel like that's the biggest thing that I've seen in the last year in his growth. He's high believer when he's super confident, and high work ethic, and that's a good combination.
Make sure to check out Kent State baseball this week at Scooney. Coach, thank you so much.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
That'll do it for this week's episode of Flash Talk. Make sure you tune in next week. We'll be previewing the MAC tournament and also have more Kent State spring sports coverage. For our entire GFTV studio, Ethan Lachinsky, Justin Spots, I'm Dane Richardson saying good night and go Flashes. Attention Golden Flash fans, when it's time to make your next big move, choose the team that's officially in your corner. Green Lending, the exclusive mortgage partner of Kent State Athletics. Right now, when you mention Kent State, Green Lending will cover your appraisal, helping you save money from the very start. Whether you're a first-time home buyer, refinancing, or tapping into your home's equity, Green Lending delivers personalized service, expert guidance, and a transparent mortgage process. Make a winning move off the court. Visit greenlending.com, mention Kent State, and let Green Lending help you upgrade your home ownership experience. Golden Flashes fans, it's time to lock in your seats. Single game tickets for Kent State men's and women's basketball MAC games are now available. Come out to one of the best mid-major environments in all of college basketball, with championship coaches leading the way. Head to ksutix.com to watch all of the action. That's ksutix.com to watch your Golden Flashes battle it out in conference play. Hope to see you there, and go Flashes!